fashion, modeling. Ever since I was a child, I've always wanted to be in the modeling space. Back when I was in school, everybody just acknowledged me for having the best swag. I was damn 3 years old at the playground. Everybody was like, ooh, you got swag. Like, you should be a model. Like, you the swaggiest on the playground. Like, go ahead, you can eat my lunch for today, bro. I don't even want it, bro. Like, you the swag, like you the greatest in this. That wasn't really my school experience. I kind of lied, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. But on a real note, bro, ever since I was a kid, I've been really interested in the modeling space. I even have friends that are models, so it's always been like a peak of interest to me, but I've never really taken it serious, you know. Even though I made plenty fashion videos on this channel, I've just never taken the thought or the aspect of me becoming a model seriously, bro. Like, I don't even do any modeling, bro. Of course, I be getting fly for the IG, you know what I'm saying? Follow the Instagram follow. I never really had the idea of taking it serious until one day. I literally was in this same chair and I was staring at the wall and a random thought came in my head. Yo, I should make a video of me becoming a model. Like, that'll be so fire. Like, hey. So I got up out of my chair and immediately got to work. But there was a slight problem. Immediately, I looked up the amount of time it usually takes for one to become a model. And it literally takes like 2 to 3 months for a company to even look at your application. That means it takes 2 to 3 months for a modeling agency to even see your face. Literally, just to look at you, it takes you 2 to 3 months. I'm not going through that. I'm just not. Like, it barely takes me a week to make a video, bro. I'm not finna spend a whole damn 2-3 months to, that's damn near a year. So I gave myself a goal. I told myself that I had to become a model in a matter of 1 week. Yes. one. So this is my journey. I recorded everything. I documented everything. This is how I became a model in just 1 week. Kinda, not really, but kinda. So before I can even start my journey, I had to go through a process. During this process, I listed out a set of steps that I knew I had to go through in order to get closer to my goal. Because I'm a very organized person, and I'm very neat and organized and very on time, as we all know. I had to first go through step 1. Now, in step 1, I had to go through a couple processes. So the first thing I needed to do in order to become a model, I had to find out what type of model I wanted to be. There are so many modeling types out there. You know, you got fashion models, you got hand models, you got foot models, you got teeth models. There's so many models out there that I could possibly be. So for the first step, I had to find that out. Okay, so I realized that if I want to start being a model, bro, I have to know what type of model I want to be. So I guess I'm gonna like sit and determine like which route I want to go. So I know about fashion models. Fashion modelos. I think being a fashion model would low-key be the best fit for me, bro, because like, you know, I'm in the fashion scene. Like, I do have swag. So I think being a fashion model wouldn't even be that bad for me to do. I think this is probably like my most like favorable one to do. So I think for the next modeling type I would want to be, bro, I'm not gonna lie, being a fitness model, bro. Look, okay, I have been in the gym for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I have been out here putting the work in, so I don't think being a fitness model is that out the park for me. I've been putting in some work, bro. I've been going to the gym, going crazy. I don't think. And if I were to pick one more, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't mind being a hand model. Pause. I wouldn't mind being a hand model. Like, you know how in like ads, like toothpaste ads, they got people reaching for the toothpaste, and damn Chef Boyardee ads, they got people reaching for the Chef Boyardee cans. I can see myself doing that, bro. My hands is they a little ashy right now, but they pretty cool. Now after that came probably the most important part of this first step. I had to find some inspiration. When you're hopping into a new creative space, you have to find inspirations within that space to fuel and spark up your work ethic. You know, I know a couple of models. I know Bella Hadid, Netspin. Okay, so I have to find models to take inspiration from. So we're gonna look up top male models of all time 2025. I totally did not search on this before I recorded this. This is Alton Mason. He performed with Diddy at the 2015 BET Awards. Yeah, I don't think I don't Tyson Beckford. I don't know, bro. I like Tyson's vibe. It's just something about them damn pants he wearing. I don't know. Something about the pants he wearing is giving some aura. Zach Miko, you kind of look like a better version of what's his name. Zach Miko looks like a better version of Seth Rogen. I feel like if Seth Rogen was like a little bit taller and a little more attractive, you would exactly resemble Seth Rogen. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't. Now, all of my preparations were finally complete. It was finally time to go through with step 2. Now, step 2 was simple, to be honest. All I had to do was to lock in. And I went hard, bro. I did research. I damn near wrote research papers. I was laser focused in to adapt the lifestyle of a model, bro. Because you can't be a model without having a model-esque lifestyle. So that's what I did. So the first thing I did was immediately go on Google and I searched up, the average model diet. What do models eat? Do they eat fish? Do they eat some type of escargot? Do they eat caviar? I needed to know these things. If I'm gonna be a model, I need to have all of this packed and locked down. So after doing some crazy amounts of research, spending hours upon hours researching and doing all my due diligence to learn, I then headed to Walmart, bro. I had to do my big model grocery store haul. So I immediately went to Walmart and I got to cooking. I was at Walmart going crazy. I was, to be honest, okay. I went to Walmart and I only ended up picking up some ground beef because I'm not big yet. I'm not a big YouTuber yet. I'm a little down bad. That's all I could afford at the time. And, to make matters even worse, I was recording this around like Valentine's Day. So while I was going through the aisles, I saw a bunch of like Valentine's Day themed balloons and, it kind of made me depressed. So it made me want to leave the grocery store even faster. Then it was time for the next phase. Before I can take any modeling photos, I have to make sure my body is right and looking crazy. So I hit up the local Planet Fitness and I got to work, bro. Just got out the gym, bro. I don't know. Is this like a vlog or something? Like, am I vlogging or am I making a bit? I don't know, bro. I hit some chest and some back, bro. My back hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a 60-year-old man with some arthritis or something like that. God forbid, but I feel like I got that right now. I ain't gonna cap. Now, after having the workout of a lifetime at the gym, I headed home. It was a long journey, but in this part of the journey is where I dreaded it the most. In order for me to fully have the model figure, bro, I had to hop on the treadmill. I had to. It was one of the. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's kind of tough. After that traumatic moment, it was finally time to actually put my grocery haul to good use. I ended up cooking and making a 5-star meal. It was fantastic. It was like
we cooking. Yeah, y'all see the seasoning too. Y'all can't, if y'all not seasoning, y'all see I can't even reveal that though. I can't even reveal that because somebody gonna take my recipe.
Hello.
Oh my God, bro.
Hello, yeah.
No, man.
It looked a little dry, but I put some sauce in it, so it don't taste that bad. Preparations aside, it was finally time to take my modeling photos. And you already know I took some 5-star, but I took some 10 out. Unfortunately, I can't show you the actual photos that I took. It's a long story, but what I can do for you though is I can give you a reenactment of what happened when I was taking the photos. So I'm just gonna play that. So I don't have the actual photos. I don't have the actual photos, so I'm gonna recreate what I did in the photos right here so that y'all can see it. So I'm gonna demonstrate what I had. And after I took the pictures, I went on Photoshop, you know, tweaked them a little bit. You know, I couldn't just take the photos and just not tweak them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta add some lighting adjustments and add this and that. Now, after taking my photos and having some type of a modeling portfolio, I immediately got on Google and searched up the nearest local modeling agencies near me. I was submitting application after application after application. And to be honest, there was only like 7 modeling like agencies in my whole state. So I didn't. But alas, our preparations were complete. Now all I had to do was sit and wait. I had 6 days left. I had to make the most of it. Day 1. I don't know why I put on a hat. I think because the Knicks I think they're going to the conference finals, so I kind of want. Day 1 arrived, and I woke up feeling fantastic. I had the best sleep of my life. So I woke up and immediately got a model-esque breakfast in.
Yeah, this what they always be in. This I looked at. Bro, I think I did like overcooked it. It doesn't even look like edible. It looked like slob. What the hell?
Now, after having that 5-star delicious breakfast, I immediately went downstairs to my room to check my email. I was so excited. I was like, man, they might damn near see my application and hire me the first day. I had so much anticipation.
So it is day 1. We finna check the email right now. We finna check the email. Okay, so far nothing, bro. I'm getting a whole bunch of like LinkedIn. I ended up getting a bunch of LinkedIn emails. Maybe that's a damn sign.
I don't really know what I expected. I mean, it was only like 1 day, so I wasn't that mad. I just kind of like played guitar to release some stress after, and yeah, that was the end of hey guys, it's editor 24 here. So unfortunately, we're kind of getting very deep into the video, deeper than I expected it to get. I kind of want to keep this video very digestible, and also to make matters worse, we are running out of money to pay the editor team. So in order to keep the budget, I kind of have to like sum up the rest of the days and pretty much sum up the rest of the video in a matter of just a few minutes, so I can keep in the YouTube algorithm and I don't have Day 2. On day 2, nothing literally happened. I woke up, checked my email, saw that I had no response from the modeling agency, then ate a piece of chicken, and I went to sleep. That's literally all that happened on that.
Hey, do models eat rotisserie chicken? Do they eat rotisserie?
However, oh
my God, bro,
I actually checked my email and I got an email back from the modeling agency. It was like the best day of my life, bro. Like, I actually achieved my goal. I could actually post this video without clickbaiting anyone and actually be. So basically in the email, the agency told me that there will be an orientation the next day that's gonna give me the ins and outs of how the contracting is gonna go and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really read the email. I kind of like skimmed through it because I was so happy, but the orientation was literally the next day, so I spent the rest of the day preparing. So weirdly enough, on day 4, when I actually went inside the meeting, I noticed that there was like 30 other people in the meeting with me, bro. Based off of the email, I was thinking that, okay, it's gonna be like a one-on-one type of thing. She might bring her other like employees and stuff. No, it was literally like 50 people, bro. I feel like I was in a damn school pep rally, bro. Why are all these people? And then there was like a lot of old people. No offense to old people, but it was a lot of old people. And then there were people that were there that were for voice acting. I didn't know that a fashion modeling agency can hire voice act. I don't. But to sum up the meeting, the owner of the modeling agency, the same person that contacted me in the email, used the whole meeting to basically tell us that we're gonna have to make another submission to the agency in order to get a contract. I literally sat there, wasted like 30 minutes of my life just for this person to say, oh yeah, I know that I approved all y'all, but you're gonna have to make another submission even though I just approved. We're not gonna call this day 5, to be honest, because I already hit my goal, so we just gonna call this another day. Now after the meeting, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling really sus. Like, to be honest, I already had the video made by then. This was the point where I was originally supposed to stop. The video wasn't even supposed to get past this point, but the only reason why I kept going is because on that day, I actually got a text from the CEO of the modeling agency herself, the same person that sent me an email inviting me to the orientation. She was texting me about how I was the only person that didn't submit their auditions yet. After I saw the text, I felt kind of peer pressured, you know, like I felt like a little bad. So because you know I love y'all, and because I wanted to get the video, you know, I ended up doing the auditions. I know I wasn't supposed to do it, but here's where the story kind of takes a weird turn. Literally like 10 minutes after I submitted my auditions, I swear I get a call from the agent herself. I don't think anybody has contacted me back or texted me back or called me back that fast in my life, gang. I'm like, damn, you want me? But on this phone call, the agent basically was low-key like glazing me. She was saying, oh, she liked my auditions, she liked what I sent, blah blah blah. By the way, in the auditions, we had to send us saying the script to like an Allstate commercial. I don't know, but after she said she liked my stuff, she dropped a big bomb on me. She essentially said that she doesn't hire any models without any experience, but she told me one thing that kind of changed my out view on this whole experience. In order for me to get on her roster, I would have to go through a special course that she offered that consisted of like 7 workshops that I had to pay for weekly. In this moment, I was kind of confused. I was like, how are you gonna say you don't sign any models that don't have experience, but are willing to make me go through a bunch of classes just so I can have the chance to getting signed? It didn't make sense to me at this time, but the call ended and I was just left to think. And this is where everything clicked. About 6 hours after the phone call, I get an email from the same person, and in the email was a contract. Now, I think she was just expecting me to take her word for it and just sign the contract, but I wasn't doing that. I gotta read my stuff. It was a contract for me to basically consent to taking the workshops. Now, on the phone call, she didn't state the amount of money it would cost for these workshops. I looked at the cost and it was damn near $1,500 for 7 workshops. That's damn near the cost of a whole college semester after scholarships at a damn community college. I'm not paying that. But at this point, I started to realize maybe I might be getting scammed. It got to a point where I even had to ask my model friend if I was tripping on this.
The way you would know if like a model agency is at least legit or how it should go, if they want you, they're gonna do whatever they can to get you. If an agency tell you gotta pay this much, you know, every week or every other week plus an additional amount, and they haven't even offered you a contract to sign to their team, but they want you to sign a contract just to be paying stuff, like, nah. It just don't make sense to pay before you actually even get to they place, you know?
After this, I had all the information I needed, bro. I got I got it wasn't even like I got I can't reveal the name of this modeling agency because they probably got lawyers. I'm just broke. I just can't, bro. Please don't. The thing is, this is actually somewhat of an official modeling agency in my state. So it confused me to why I needed to go through all these processes just to have a chance of getting signed when I wasn't even guaranteed a spot in the first place. Why am I paying $1,000 for I'm not even getting a spot? What? And the thing about it is, this isn't even that much of a foreign concept. A lot of up and coming models go through this to where they have to pay for photo shoots and XYZ, and the modeling agency will just take the money from them and not give them anything back. They won't give them any type of modeling jobs or anything. They'll just take their money, let them sit on the roster and do nothing with them. And I feel like that's what they were trying to do with me in this situation. If I had any type of advice or any type of takeaway from this whole situation, don't try and be a model. But at least if you are trying to be a model, I will recommend signing up with modeling agencies or submitting applications with agencies that are in big cities like New York, LA, places like that. I wouldn't really go to any local agencies because they're probably gonna scam me. But yeah, I guess I didn't really reach my childhood dream today. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up.
I'm not even phased for real. That was some slight work. I didn't even break a sweat for real. That was some slight work. Cause I do this often.